Hey, what's up everybody? This is Tim Hart from Van Dyke Mortgage, host of Rates and Reels. Welcome to another episode. Super excited about our guests we got here today. Our state rep, District 77, Dane Eagle. Dane?
Good to be with you, Tim.
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
it.
Thanks for coming out.
Beautiful day. You can't beat it. This is great.
Yeah, unreal. You guys, we're outside Boca Grande Pass. There's tarpon busting up all over the place. We're here with legendary Captain Bo Johnson. So we're looking for a great time. Dane, you excited?
I'm excited. Let's catch some fish. I can't beat this kind of Monday, so thanks for having me on.
Yeah, this is not the normal Monday, right?
This is the ideal Monday. Yes.
Cool. All right, well, hey, thanks again for being with us. Guys, enjoy the show. Hope you have fun. My name is Tim Hart. I have been in the mortgage business in Southwest Florida since 2001. I have had many goals and ideas for my mortgage business, and two of them are to have my own fishing show and to give a platform to Southwest Florida business and community leaders. Well, I was finally able to make that happen by combining the two ideas into one. Welcome to Rates and Reels. Enjoy the show. All right, guys, so we're out here. There's tarpon rolling all over here. Captain Bo's got us on them. We got a couple crabs out as bait, so now we just gotta see if they're gonna eat. Hopefully we get one. You ready, Dane?
I'm ready. Let's get these.
Captain Bo gave us great instructions. If we lose him, it's our fault. We're gonna blame you.
It's probably mine. It's gonna be my fault.
Correct. Whoa, those went in.
Oh, right here.
Oh, Lord. Nice.
Throw it in there. Throw it in there. Roll
Look
yours
at
up,
this,
Tim.
dude. This is nuts.
Tim, roll yours up and throw it in there.
Let me throw in there, Bo? Let me throw in that?
Do it.
Guys, that is just crazy. So Captain Bo, these tarpon are busting all around us. What's your plan here? I mean, you're working the trolling motor.
Yeah, we're just basically, you want to just get up tight of them. And then, real simple, man, just putting it, keeping the fish either on the side imaging on the Lowrance, or obviously visual. But once they go down, as long as they're beside us and we're just up tight up, we can keep our baits in. We know exactly where these fish are the whole time, which is the key, because your bait's in them,
Gotcha.
So, really, it's just they're gonna frolic like they're doing, and then they're gonna then they're gonna mud up, like you see the muds and everything around us. A lot of times, that's how you'll actually find. That's okay. But we're talking about that side imaging. I mean, we live by it. So obviously you're center of the boat. Now these fish have moved under us. They're basically right there.
I don't know if you guys have ever been to SeaWorld or not, but this right here is like real life SeaWorld happening. Some of you guys travel hundreds of miles to see stuff like this. And we got it right off our shores. This is nuts.
Thomas Edison, the first snowbird, came down here for tarpon fishing.
Look at that.
God, if I feel anything remotely goofy, I'm reeling.
After a while, you get so impatient waiting, you just want to jump in and bear wrestle.
Are you on, dude?
Yep.
You're on.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Man. Sometimes you do everything right and not get it. In this case, Dane just blew it. I mean,
that was me.
That's all it was to it.
It was just my luck. You do everything Bo says, and sometimes the fisherman is just that's the problem.
As they say, it's not called catching, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the cheesiest cliches I've ever used in my life. Can't believe I said that.
That's why I just let it go.
Oh, somebody's gonna hunt it. All right, easy. It's coming up right here. He's gonna. Oh, dude, you got a big cobia.
Whoa!
Real. Dinner. We'll take that.
That's a nice one.
Back here, don't lift him up out of the water. Watch out, my phone right in here.
Yeehaw!
Dane, pretty sweet, huh?
It's a nice fish, man. It is a strong fish too. Glad we got it. It's good eating out here, right?
Oh man, they're delicious.
All right.
Dinner time. Good job, dude.
Not a bad fish.
Captain Bo Johnson put us on this bad boy. Fishing for tarpon, we nailed this sucker, so pretty good here right here. So we're happy to have it.
Oh, there it goes.
I catch.
Yeah. Into the live well now.
All right, back
If it's
in.
legal, we can fillet it and eat it, we do
That's
it.
a fact.
Welcome to the first episode of Rates and Grills. You know, we have rates and reels. I always talk about the fish and that we want to keep it and eat it. So now we're going to start grilling this fish. And what we're going to be grilling it on is the big green egg. My family hooked me up on Father's Day. They got me a big green egg from my buddy Craig Eckelbarker over at Recreational Warehouse over on Colonial Boulevard. Go in and see him if you want to get a big green egg. When you go in there, you got to say, "What up, Craig?" and say hey to him that way. So what we're going to be cooking though is the cobia that we just caught with Dane Eagle, one of my assistants. Mason's going to be delivering the cobia over to me.
Hello, world.
Thank you, sir. So what we have here is a cobia that I've been marinating about probably 10 minutes, a mixture of olive oil, lemon juice, minced garlic, salt and pepper. That's about, and a little bit of sweet and spicy mustard. So we put it in here, brushed it on, and now it's going to cook on the big green egg. We're going to cook this for about 7 minutes on the side, on each side, and see how it tastes. All right, so now what we do is we put these on the grill. This is the big green egg. I got it at about 350 degrees. Woo, good thing it's 95 outside too. And what we do is lay these on there. I've already oiled the side, the grill itself with some olive oil, so the fish does not stick. And this is ultimately like a, almost like you're doing a steak with the cobia. Put it on here, and we're gonna leave it on here for, like I said, 7 minutes on the side, and then we'll come back and check in a second. The key to good stuff on the grill is to always be juicing it up. So put some more of this marinade on here. Garlic, olive oil, all that fun stuff. There we go. I'll close it down. 7 more minutes. Until perfection. All right, you guys, it's time to take the cobia off the grill. Take this off the grill. Sometimes you gotta be a little careful that the fish does not fall apart on you. Put in my beautiful serving tray I have here.
Mom says.
Here we go. Time to serve up to the kids and see how they like it. All right, guys, let the boys taste a little test here of the cobia. First, I'll tell them who you are, guys.
I'm Eli. Hello, world. I'm Mason Michael Hart. I'm Elijah Timothy Hart from 3940. Oh my God.
So they're gonna taste the cobia. They like fish, so we'll see what happens. If you notice, they have their Florida Gator hats on. Who just signed them for you?
Tim Tebow and Peter Alonso.
That's right. All right. So they met him at the Miracle Game. Taste it. Tell me what you think. Tell the world what you think, dude. Get yourself a piece. What's that? Is it good? All right. What do you think?
Scrumptious.
All right. Well, there you go. So they liked it. So anyways, that's the cobia that Dane Eagle caught. Appreciate you watching Rates and Grills. Now back to the show. All right, you guys, so we're here with Dane Eagle, our state rep. Dane, I don't know if you watch the show, you know what's coming next, but It's time for
3 questions.
3 questions.
Got
You're
it.
ready.
I know it.
All right, man. So first, if you can, just so everyone knows, if you can tell them who you are and what you're doing currently.
Yeah, I'm Dane Eagle, state representative for District 77, born and raised here in Southwest Florida, this beautiful area we get to call home. I get to go to Tallahassee about 4 months out of the year and represent this community on behalf of the entire state. Try to pass some good laws, try to kill some bad laws, and overall vote on things that my constituents would want for me to vote for, and vote against the ones that I deem to be bad. So it's been, I've been doing this 5 years now. It's a good gig. Term limits, 8 years is the longest I get, and after that we'll see what's next. But it's been a good time.
Cool. Question number 1. I want to know, because it's always an interest to me with people that get into politics, is why? Why did you decide to become a state rep?
I've always loved this community, born and raised here, like I mentioned. And I got to work in Tallahassee I worked for the governor for 5 years and then moved back here. For this. I moved back here for this.
Yeah, why don't you move back?
This is why I'm here. Why would you live in Tallahassee when you could live here? So this is it. Came back home and primarily, I'd be home on weekends, and you leave on a Sunday, I'd be driving over the I-75 bridge or the Peace River Bridge and seeing people boating, and I'd hate my life. Like, why? I need to move home. So I came back here and started working in the community, and really felt that urge to give back, to get back, jump back into politics. And this seat opened up, and I hesitated. I never envisioned myself being what you call a politician. I was always behind the scenes, like to work on behalf of good things, but not necessarily be the guy out in front of it. But I decided to give it a shot, started campaigning, and never looked back. It's been one of the greatest joys I've had. So it's been wonderful to be able to do good things on behalf of this community.
Cool. Well, so that kind of leads me into a second question. This
Sure.
is the viewer question. This one came from a man, Don Turner.
Okay.
His question to you is, it's basically what comes for you after term limits? Like, what's your long-term goals after politics or more politics?
So we do have term limits, which is a great thing. I support term limits. You can, as a House member in the Florida House, you can get 4 terms, 2 years each. So I'm in the middle of my 3rd term, just finished the first session of my 3rd term. I've already filed for 2018, so I'll be running for re-election. After that, I'm done. I'll serve in 2019, 2020. November 2020 election, I won't be on the ballot as a state representative because I legally can't, and that's a good thing. I've done my time at that point. It's time to move on. So what's next? That's a great question.
If you feel like you want to announce for governor right here,
right here,
please
it's the
do.
place to do it.
I'm ready for it.
Well, the first thing is I got to get through 18. It's one day at a time. It really is. You focus on doing a good job for what you're asked to do today, and that's what I'm focused on. After that, 2020, yes, I'll either have to find another office to run for. State Senate opens up. Elizabeth Benaquista's there now, so that is a possibility. Or I get a real job, but there's other options too. And I joke saying get a real job, but this is a part-time gig we have up in Tallahassee.
So the last question, it's a hot button topic here, and that's water quality.
Yeah.
So I'd like you to touch on the bill you just passed.
Sure.
And then what else, if more, you guys are going to be able to do to help water quality here in Southwest Florida?
Extremely
So
important.
if you want to dig in on that side.
Yeah, knocking on doors for my campaigns, which I do every time I get out and try to meet the voters, is the greatest, feel you can have. Actually, it's not necessarily watching the news, it's going and talking to the people that, are your constituents. And the question I get asked the most, even before the rains we had last year, is water quality. It's important. This is our way of life. It's our economy. It's the reason anybody who lives here has ever came here in the first place, is to be a part of this. Thomas Edison, our first snowbird, came here for tarpon fishing, which we're doing here today. So it's extremely important. And growing up here, this is the way of life. My mom's a boat captain, so I get it. And after the rains last year, it's horrific. You don't want to see that. So there's a lot of things we need to continue to work on, and we passed some great stuff this year. But it's been an ongoing process for a long while. 20 years we've had the the Comprehensive Everglades Restoration Plan. And the problem with that is it's taken this time to get as far as we have, but there's still a lot more time to go, a lot longer that we need. And the issue is money. It takes money. Everything that we need to do takes money. And with a balanced budget at the state level, we can't just print money like Washington does,
Right.
and they shouldn't, but we can't do it at the state level, and that's a good thing. So every year, we need to put more and more into it. In 2016, we passed the Forever Florida Bill, or Legacy Florida Bill, and that allocates for 20 years, $200 million every year towards Everglades restoration plans. So that's, for the next 20 years, once I'm long and gone out of the Florida House, that will still be ongoing and go towards things like the Kissimmee River Basin, which is north of the Okeechobee River. Water flows south, so a lot of the problem that's in Okeechobee comes from Orlando and the millions and millions of people that live there, and it sits in the lake. And then there isn't much southern flow after that. There is some, but not a lot. So it sits there, and then when it gets too high, the dike is at a risk of breaching. So they release it east and west, down the St. Lucie to the east, and down the Caloosahatchee to the west. So we need reservoirs east and west of the lake, and we're working on that now too. And then the other big part of that, which we just passed this past year, is Senate Bill 10, which will help construct a reservoir south of the lake. So it's reservoirs. North, east, west, and south of the lake are the biggest thing that we can do, and we're working on. And after this past year, just passed that bigger portion, that southern one. So it's in the works. The last piece of that puzzle is the dike itself. The dike, after Hurricane Katrina, when we saw the levees break in Louisiana, Army Corps of Engineers identified the Herbert Hoover Dike, which is south of the lake, as a problem. So they started releasing water more often to save the people south of the lake that have been there for 100 years. Florida, when it became a state, they decided, okay, the best thing we can do with Florida, let's start farming the Everglades. We've got fertile land there. We'll use that as the bread pot for the rest of the country. So that was always been the issue for 100 years. So it's a 100-year problem that we're trying to fix now. So that dike is crucial because the dike exists and the water doesn't flow south as much to support the farming industry south of the lake, which has been there forever. So the dike, if we can reinforce that, which is in works, I want to say 150 miles, and you have to take out a football field slab at a time to put in this concrete wall and then fill it back up. Once that's done, and it's scheduled to be done in 2022, thanks to some acceleration, I think the problems are history. You can store water more, you've got reservoirs east, west, north, and south. So when you do have these record rains, you can either store the water or flood the reservoirs and keep this water looking as beautiful as it does today.
Gotcha. Great information, but
yeah, it's a lot. I know, it's like reading a book. It's a lot, and that's why it's comprehensive. It's not as easy as just one thing. It's a big piece. It's a big puzzle, and we're working on one piece at a time. So it can't be done overnight, unfortunately, because of the time and because of the money. But I think in the next 5 years, we're going to see some real progress.
Yeah. All right, you guys, that wraps up the show. Amazing weather here. Had an awesome time with Captain Bo Johnson. Dane, today we did get a late start. No fault of our own. We're not going to blame it on the one guy that we know, you Mike. But listen, we got out there with Captain Bo, right? Saw, God, how many tarpon we see?
Countless. I mean, thousands on the death finder.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, and we just missed the bite by about an hour or so. We saw them everywhere. We had a couple bites on there. The other cool thing was you caught your first cobia.
Cobia, good eating out here, so we did well today. I think so. Had
Right.
a lot of fun.
So the Eagles will eat good tonight.
They'll eat good tonight.
Right.
Plenty of food.
Cool.
Some for you too.
Thanks. Well, Dave, appreciate you coming, man. Thank you very much.
This is awesome. I'll do it again sometime.
Cool. Big shout out to Captain Bo Johnson. Got to tell you guys, experience and personality. You want it, this guy has it. Look him up, book a trip, right, Dane?
That's it. You want to catch some fish, go see Bo.
That was a fun time. And so, guys, this is Tim Hart from Rates and Reels and Van Dyke Mortgage wishing you low rates and tight lines. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Take care, everybody. Have fun.